guys, my name is Billy. I'm the owner of Panda, which is LS Swap 335i, owner of OSP and partners with Colorado N5X here in Denver. As you can see, it's not your typical BMW. Decided to do something a little bit different and unique for the time being, but overall it's quite a bit of a monster compared to where it used to be at. Throughout this whole interview, we'll be able to show you guys in depth what's going on with it, a little bit of the details into the motor, the body, all that, and we'll go from there. All right guys, so as you can see, LS Swap 335i, a little bit different than your typical BMW 335. It's a 408 stroker, built for low compression and built for a lot of boost, which we will get into a little bit later because all that stuff is on the way. Make it a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more fun. For the time being, like I said, 408 stroker, LSX9R clutch, TR6060 transmission, so 6-speed out of a CTSV, full forward rear end with LSD, which we got primarily for drifting. But right now, the car's main use has been for just hooning around, having a little bit of fun, some drift events in Florida before moving here. Overall, in Florida, the car's making 503 to the wheels. Here in Colorado, a little bit less. Ready for some retuning, but instead of the full retune, it's just gonna go on boost instead. Think about doing some twin 64 frame Borgs and forward facing manifolds and sticking everything else out the hood as usual with this car. Car is on a Holley Terminator EFI, tuned by Hangman Performance over in Texas. And overall, it's a really fun car and we can get into that. All right guys, so cosmetically, car's got a Liberty Walk rep kit on it, with a Liberty Walk front carbon fiber lip. Wide body adds 8 inches in total all the way around. Meant for an M3, but if you know what you're doing, you can make them fit on 335. Pretty simple. Car's got a 69-inch NRG wing, some pretty beefy tires in the back, as well as a drag setup that's not on the car currently. But once the twins are on there, the drag setup's gonna go back on. That way traction isn't an issue, which is already a big issue as is. Other than that, headlights are custom built here in-house using BAV Group design rings and carbon fiber accents, everything else you can pretty much think of. Interior's got Brahms seats, has a roll cage, which unfortunately is not installed in the car right now. We had to take it out when shipping the car over here before one of the drift events, unfortunately. But other than that, Brahms seats, roll cage, racing harnesses, custom cluster, custom steering wheel by Nelson, and a couple other little goodies here and there. Car is on air suspension for the time being until the WiseFab kit shows up, and then it'll be going on to BCs. That way we can get car sitting pretty much right where we want it all the time and get as much angle as possible as well, which will help with our corner entries. Beyond that, cosmetically, car is all pretty much stock body. Other than that, it's just got a big booty. So I get asked a lot why I decided to LS swap the BMW, which for me is a pretty simple reason. A lot of people don't really understand why. Overall, with the N54 setup that was in there, fully built sleeve motor with a 74mm Borg, pushing just over 50 PSI. Unfortunately, BMW hardware is not that reliable when it comes to anything over 800 plus. That's when you gotta start getting the standalones and all that, which was the next step. However, I was starting to get tired of customers coming in and saying, I want my car to be as fast as yours or the same as yours. And obviously customer gets what they want. So after building so many cars to be as fast or faster than mine, I decided it was time to do something a little bit different, something a little bit unorthodox that would upset some people, blow some people's minds, and overall just make me happy overall, which is really all that matters to me to begin with. So after about 4 years of the built N54 and trial and error, learning a lot about that motor and building different versions of it to see what's the strongest version possible, decided it was time to switch into the LS platform and turn this car into a completely different animal. And we'll get into the other car that now has my old built N54 setup, which is a whole nother game as is, but I will say I do miss it at times. Turbo noises are definitely fun with that car, the way the boost kicks in and how it can rev out and all that. It's a way different animal. However, once you go LS, it's definitely a lot more enjoyable, I will say. And as most of you know, N54s don't have the best reputation for reliability. And when you can just get in your car and start it and it goes, definitely makes you a little bit happier the fact that your BMW doesn't give you any issues like that. All right guys, so I'm getting asked a lot what the N54 setup was like, so a quick little summary of what it is. It's a Benson sleeved N54 block with Carrillo components and all ARP components built by our buddy Ali. It's running a BMP port injection manifold with 1000cc injectors and a 69mm Borg to go along with it. Car also has a built auto in it as well. By the time this setup leaves our hands again, it'll be sitting happy around 900 and just leave it there reliably. All right, I'm sure you guys want to see how she rips, so let's get her fired up, pull her out of the garage, and take her out on the streets of Mexico and see how she handles.